Help me, Dan. I'm becoming racist, sexist, and something all at the same time.
You know what? Don't let your hatred of people on the very, very far left push you in the other direction. Just, you know what? You know what your mission should be?
What?
Okay? Your mission should be making being a liberal cool. Okay? That's what you gotta do. Okay?
Yeah, I am cool and I am a liberal, but it's a lot.
Oh,
I'm
you
working
make
against a
it.
lot of stuff out there, Dan.
Let me tell you something. We care about optics in this house.
Uh huh.
Yes?
Yeah.
We do. And,
Oh no. Oh no, Dan. Don't. You can't take Twitter from me. You can't take Twitter from me. I'm sorry, Dan.
no, I'm just saying we care about optics in this house. And, you make it very hard to be in your vicinity. You know that, right? You must
I'm a
know
cool
that.
dude. I disagree.
That that's not what I'm saying. It's just it's been a rough year to be a Destiny fan. That's all I'm saying.
This has been
You know,
like my best year ever.
I
What
was
are you
mourning
talking
this innocent
about?
black angel when
It's
this bitch
hard. It's
comes
hard
and
on
Hold on.
starts
you know?
whining
Oh,
about
never
holes in
mind.
her
Okay.
wall.
Don't
Just
you
by
yell
some
at me.
No, I'm not yelling at you. You are totally disconnected from like online shit. I think you've gotten old, but that's okay. I understand.
Well, I am old. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's all good. What's up?
Nothing. I feel like you were the chosen one, Destiny King. You were supposed to, I don't know. You know the line, that's supposed to be you, not go the other way. But what's on your agenda for today?
Adam and Stitch are doing some huge collab stream at 4 where they're bringing on a bunch of people to chat, and then other than that, I'm just memeing and streaming. Nothing.
At 4? So that's okay, gotcha.
3 hours, yeah.
Hmm.
Why? What about you?
Nothing. Nothing really much at all. I'm afraid to say. It's a pretty calm, chill day. Right now I'm AFKing on the roof in my base, waiting for an offline raid that may or may not happen. You know what? But if so, I'm here and I'm ready.
Wow.
Um,
Epic.
what else? I've been trying my new sleep meds, Trazodone. I'm
yeah?
at 50 milligrams, and I've been taking it for this will be the 5th night, I believe, and it's not working. And you know, it's kind of like a SSRI, so I think it might have to build up in your bloodstream
And
over
it's
the course
kind of
a
like
week.
an SSRI. Wait, what's the name of the drug you're on?
Trazodone. So it's a SSRA. It's not a SSRI, but it's like it has a lot of the same letters in that part, you know?
And
So
what could it possibly be? Selective serotonin reuptake antagonist or
yeah,
antagonizer, or what is it? What does the A stand for?
I don't know. This isn't an
SSRA.
I. Yeah, so people say it takes a week to be effective, but I wonder if that's like literally for the, I guess the secondary purposes, which is like depressive stuff. Like I'm just at it for the sedative. I just want to be tired at nighttime. So I don't know if that's supposed to take a week as well.
How long have you been on it before? Did you say a couple of? You said a few days. Or...
Right now, I've been on it for 5 days.
Yeah.
I took it years and years and years ago. Like I think when I was like 19 or something. But I don't remember how long it took to work back then. But I know it did work.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying just smoke weed. Fuck, man, I really should try, but I don't. I
Damn,
can't
it's
be
too much of
smoking
a
weed every night.
pussy ass. Oh yeah, actually,
I'm-
wait, don't do that. Don't. You're gonna be that person.
What do you mean that person?
Every friend I know that smokes weed smokes it every single day, at least once a day.
Well, I would have to take it for that.
Yeah, you'd be
Purpose,
doing it once
you
a
know?
day. Yeah, don't do that. Don't become that person, Dan.
Yeah, I mean that would be like to go to sleep at night, right? So.
You gotta be better.
Have you ever tried CBD? I know this sounds like I don't even know.
Nope.
Apparently, it's a real thing, but it seems like a meme. That's like I'm very interested in if this does, you know, if it can make you tired or something. It's supposed to be like weed, but without the
The psychoactive compound.
exactly right. CBD is what I said. You guys just misheard. Okay, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read if it is a sedative at all.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like weed is like CBD and THC is the thing that makes you high and goofy, and CBD gives you like the relaxed feeling. So there's like CBD oil or some shit.
Can you try it for me?
No, fuck no.
Why? You can just get it at like a gas station. You won't try it for me?
Because I don't. Why would I? I don't even know if that. I don't know.
You
That
do me
I
a-
feel like
do me a
I feel
favor.
like I don't have effects on that shit. It doesn't feel like it does anything.
No, you're not supposed to like. Well, that's what I'm saying. Why don't you try it out for me? Because I'm more sensitive and scared than you.
Sure, buy me some sometime, and I'll try it out. Okay. Can I not have any? I can't have any lights down here, right? How do I keep these dumb fucks from spawning? Do I need to put buttons all over the floor? Or is there a better way to make mobs not spawn? Soul lanterns. Half slabs, redstone torches.
When you smoke reefer, do you still feel
God,
paranoid?
please stop calling it reefer.
I can call it what I want to, okay? I'm not like
Jesus
over here trying to
Christ.
correct your like food takes, you know? Just let me. Anyways, so when you smoke the ganja,
Thank you.
so
People always talk about like paranoia. I don't get feelings of like
You know what
or
I'm
maybe
talking
no,
about.
no, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. People talk about how they get like feelings of quote unquote like paranoia. I don't think I've ever felt like quote unquote paranoia. The only time I'm paranoid is when I feel like the world's not real. So I don't know if that's like the paranoia, but like if I don't have that
like,
feeling that the world's not real, then I never get feelings of just paranoia. I don't know what like general
it's not
paranoia is.
paranoia. It's like
What does it mean?
So the last time I smoked pot, like I tried multiple times after I had like my bad trip. Every time I did it, I started kind of like freaking out, sweating, like, I still was having it felt like I was about to go back into like a panic attack, basically. Like I was at the very early stages of a panic attack, like kind of freaking out from that. I was never like, oh man, are cops around the corner? That I guess that's just like a shitty way of doing it.
Yeah, I've had that feeling one time when I was at that Twitch roof, but that's because I thought that dude was a cop. But no, I don't think I don't think I usually get general feelings of paranoia like that. The only time I feel like I'm paranoid is if I feel like I'm gonna slip into a panic attack. But that's
Again,
usually because
not-
it feels like the world isn't real. That's
Yeah, so again, not paranoid. I shouldn't have even said that.
Well, sure,
The
but
last
that's what
times
it
I
was
tried
about.
smoking pot, I started getting like the whole, the entire like however many hour duration of when you're high. I felt like I was like at the beginning stages of a panic attack. Like that's how it felt the whole time, the whole experience.
Okay.
And that's why I never smoked pot again after that. So it was just like miserable experience. Like I did it like 4 or 5 times. Every single time I had a bad effect. Anxiety, sure. A little bit of. I remember like I was still looking at my speedometer in my car and it was kind of pulsing a little bit as well. Like, yeah. Like, anyways.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's time to try it again. But I do have a very addictive personality, so I feel like if I try it and I'm like, oh shit, back to
You're gonna be
reefer,
smoking
boys.
every day, once a day. at least.
Exactly.
And then you're
that's
gonna
why-
be drinking still too, so you're gonna be getting crossfaded every day and like.
Anyways, yeah, that's it. I guess I guess I'll steer clear of the reefer, so to speak, and
Oh my god, they still grow.
keep trying it with this. But I feel like I'm gonna have to try a bigger dose of this shit if it doesn't work in a day or two, because it has 0 effect on me right now.
Oh yeah, just when it comes to those like pharmacy psycho, are they called psychoactive? I think psychoactive. Just chill and like wait the time or whatever, because you never know.
No, I am.
Those things might like hit you like a ton of bricks sometimes. But I don't know if what you're taking. I don't know if it's anything like SSRIs.
No,
so maybe not.
it's not a controlled substance, so I'm guessing it's pretty weak sauce.
Are SSRIs controlled substances?
I think a lot of them, most of them, probably are.
Okay, I actually have no idea.
If they have the potential for abuse. Don't almost all SSRIs have the potential for abuse?
I don't even know. I don't know how any of our scheduling system is fucking weird as fuck.
I think it just means, like, can you, like, somehow get high off of it? And if you can, then it gets that, like, scheduled, right? Versus,
I don't know,
like,
because like, can't you get high off of like cough syrup? That's not a scheduled drug, is it? Or
Yeah, well, I'm sure they make, like, I'm sure it's very benign, which I guess means if
no,
you're
cough
scheduled,
syrup
like,
is not benign. And also,
no,
like,
I'm
things
saying
like,
that's
oh.
why I'm saying, like, if you're scheduled, like, it legit must be that, like, you can get high off of it, like, no joke or something.
Huh. I don't
But
know.
who
Everything
knows?
I've seen about the schedule system seems fucking stupid as fuck. But
Everything seems stupid as fuck.
well, like aren't the penalties? Are the penalties worse for? Does the scheduling system correlate with penalties?
I think so, right? Because
Because if that's the
it's
case, things like meth or things like heroin are going to be less penalties getting caught with that than like marijuana, because marijuana is a Schedule 1 drug and those things are Schedule 2 or Schedule 3.
okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, so Schedule 1 are drugs with no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. These are the most dangerous drugs of all the drug schedules, with severe psychological or physical dependence. And the ones on this are, I don't know, heroin, acid,
Oh shit.
ecstasy, meth, peyote, and weed. Okay?
Yeah.
That's Schedule 1.
Yeah. And the biggest reason why they're on that list is just because they have no known like medical effects. So they automatically
I
get
have to
thrown.
imagine they're going to have to pull marijuana off of that soon.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? With all the random medical benefits.
All right, Schedule 2 is drugs with a high potential for abuse that have a high potential for psychological or physical dependence. So these are cocaine for some reason. Is this, but not the other one. Methamphetamine is what? Okay,
What?
methamphetamine is here. Oxycodone, fentanyl,
Yep.
Dexedrine, Adderall. This is really fucking strange if this has a different penalty. Like,
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
like, it
Dan,
must. But I'm saying, like, imagine if you just don't know anything about drugs, and so you go to like the government, like, okay, I wonder what the worst drug is, and then you look at that Schedule 1 that has what was on there, like peyote, LSD, marijuana. You're like, wow, that's the real shit. Okay, well, what's on the Schedule 2? I want to do something a little bit easier, and it's like fucking like cocaine, fucking meth. I don't know if fentanyl's on there or like
No,
other like
it is,
opioids.
yeah,
Yeah,
Schedule 2.
like okay, let's not be crazy with this. Let's stick to the Schedule 2 drugs. Okay, we don't want to go too hard tonight.
No, this is like actually super weird because so we already know what Schedule 1 is, right? Heroin makes sense as a Schedule 1 to me.
Wait,
LSD,
heroin is a Schedule 1 drug?
yeah, it is. So heroin is Schedule 1, so is acid. I mean, I'm just going off this
Wait, do they
thing.
never prescribe in hospitals? You always get morphine, right? Is morphine the heroin derivative or is heroin the morphine derivative?
Well, they're both an opiate, but
Yeah, but they're like
I'm
one
pretty
is
sure
like
they're
the
different.
one that like everything is a derivative of or whatever. I forgot.
I'm not sure.
Loser. Okay.
I
Okay, I guess they don't ever prescribe. I think isn't morphine like the same thing as heroin? They can give you heroin at hospital because if you can get prescribed it, then it can't be a Schedule 1. But maybe they don't anymore. So okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a drug, and then you're going to say if it's Schedule 1 through 5. Let me go what they are. So we already covered 1 and 2. Schedule 3 is drugs with a moderate to low potential for physical and psychological dependence. And then Schedule 4 is drugs with a low potential for abuse and a low risk of dependence. And then Schedule 5 is drugs with the lowest potential for abuse. Okay, so I'm going to give you some drugs, and you're going to say what's what. So,
Wait.
what?
Or I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, if you have something else to do.
No, it's okay. I hear somebody breaking a bunch of blocks in my base, and I don't know why. But go ahead. Sorry, give me Schedule 1 through 5.
Okay. Hydromorphone. Dilaudid. You know what I'm talking about.
Hydromorphone?
Dilaudid. It's like, yeah.
I'm not gonna know what any of these things are. Okay.
Okay, fine. I'll stick with ones that you're probably gonna know. Ketamine.
My guess is that would be a Schedule 1.
Schedule 3.
Schedule 3? Do we prescribe ketamine now?
No, it's there.
Didn't say so.
Oh wait, I think ketamine that used to be used for a general anesthesia, right?
I don't know. What else is in here that is out of place? Xanax.
Probably Schedule 3.
Schedule 4.
4.
Cough medicine.
Probably Schedule 5.
Yeah. All right, so I get like the things that are just standing out are weed being Schedule 1. That should probably be like, I would guess Schedule 4 is fair to put
Maybe
it there.
LSD and peyote being up there too is also really fucking
No,
weird.
I think that absolutely makes sense there.
LSD.
Yeah. It has no common medical use whatsoever.
Yeah, but
okay?
there's nobody gets addicted to LSD, and there are no negative like body effects to it. Why the fuck would that be Schedule 1? That's insane.
So there's been like no instances of someone like taking acid and like doing something life altering.
You can do any drug and do something.
Really, you can
life-altering.
take that.
Wait, yes, really? What do you mean? There's no
you know
people
what? I
take
don't wanna have
alcohol
this
and they
talk.
beat the shit out
I
of their
forgot-
fucking
I
family
for-
members. What do you mean?
I forgot. I don't want to take have a drug conversation.
Okay.
Never mind.
Oh, never mind. I understand now. Okay.
No, yeah, you should.
No,
You
no,
should.
I understand.
No,
you're
no,
one
I
of the people. No,
understand.
no, I just talked to
No,
a guy who
I
believes this.
understand.
You're one of those people
I
that think that
understand.
like, oh, when people do LSD, they jump out the fucking window. I talked to a guy like that recently. Okay, I understand. That's all good.
I understand. No, I understand.
I understand. I understand.
You're
No,
one of
no.
those people who thinks that they understand.
I
But
understand. No, no,
where
I know where you're
at.
coming from,
Yeah.
Dan. I understand. I get it.
I get you. I get you.
I get
You-
no. I
yeah,
know
no.
you might get me, but I really get you.
No,
I
no.
super get what you're
I get-
saying. It's okay,
I
Dan.
understand that you think that you understand.
It's okay. People
'cause you-
jump out of the
I'm just
buildings.
not gonna-
They
I'm
do
not gonna
LSD
even
and they
fight
jump
this.
out the
I'm
window,
not gonna
Dan.
even
That's
fight
the
this. I got
normal
it.
LSD response. Yeah.
I'm just not even having this conversation.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
not.
I'm glad.
I'm glad. I know. I'm glad.
I'm the
that you-
gladder one here, Dan. I am very glad right
Stop.
now. I'm so glad for you.
All right, it's fine. We just don't have to go down this conversation. I think
Okay, that's
the-
okay.
It is okay.
Uh-huh.
Just leave it there. Right? We're both equally
Glad. And
right. Equally glad.
we both know. We both understand too. The
Okay.
understanders have logged in. Here we are.
All right. Let me go. Let's see what's going on in some news.
In some. Did he DC?
What we got?
Oh, there he is.
Okay, Reddit news. What do we got? So
Wait, hold on, real
anything-
quick. Don't get triggered
What?
by this. Are long-term flashbacks common due to LSD use? No, that's a fake thing. That doesn't happen. People used to think that LSD, when you do some, it'll get like stored in your spine and then come back to haunt you in the future. That doesn't happen. That's not true. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So, I have a thought. I read an article
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, maybe yesterday. Actually, I don't know. But anyways, the point of the article was saying how in the future, in the next like 50 years, there's a strong belief that AI and some better sensors are going to give people the ability to kind of make submarines no longer useful. That everyone will be able to kind of know where every submarine is as a result of that. And I was
Oh.
thinking that I don't believe that is possible, is my thought. And my thinking beyond why that isn't the case is I think that there's probably so much debris on the bottom of the ocean floor, the density of the stuff that's in the water. I just don't think that we're ever going to have the ability for something that's not moving specifically. So now if submarine is moving around in the water, I think that's maybe somewhat more likely. But if you just park a fucking sub near the ocean floor, I don't buy that we're ever going to be at a point where we're going to be able to detect that.
Okay.
You have no comments on that?
I would need to know why they're saying we can use AI to figure where subs are. I would think it's impossible, but if they might have like some really clever implementation or some clever way of solving for where subs are, and then I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, sure.
Well, you really are no fucking fun whatsoever.
Well, I need to see the
obviously, if
I
you
need
know
to see the
fucking answer-
methodology.
You know what? I'm sorry that I tried to bring something to fucking talk about. And you're
It
like, well,
was. That was a
technically,
good
if there's-
talk. I'm glad you
if
brought
there's
it.
a bunch of sensors every 150 yards on the ocean floor able to detect if there's a pulse width modulation there from a sonar ping, then, well, technically it would be possible after they mapped out for any exclusion zones of previous ship. You know, fine. I'm sorry. Forget it. Okay?
Why is Dan
Fine.
so mad all the time? Dan, I think the
I'm not
sleeping
mad- I'm
drugs
not
are
mad.
the drugs
You
are
know,
affecting you.
I'm not mad, okay? I'll tell you what it is. Talking with you is like fucking pulling teeth sometimes. You
Yeah,
can't
because
just
I have
be
to
a bro.
qualify everything. Dan, did you see the hate thread that we got because we didn't remember every fucking detail of the boys on my subreddit?
Do you know that every one of those person has never had their fucking cock inside of a vagina once in their life?
Doesn't matter,
okay?
Dan. They're still
it
mad.
does matter.
People
You
were mad.
You need to rise above.
They were
that type of
losing it.
shit.
They were like, they don't remember the names of every superhero. And then one dude wrote a fucking 2-page thing about how we're gonna have fucking Alzheimer's. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
He's
see
like,
that.
well, actually, this is a complicated confluence of things that is causing dementia in people because they watch the computer too much. Jesus Christ. Because we didn't remember the names of all the superheroes and the boys.
You know, also, I did read in that thread, and they're like, what the fuck is Dan talking about? What a fucking loser. Did he not see that, like, this guy is gonna die? And I was like, I literally said that he's not gonna die because he's gonna take permanent V, and it's like fucking 30 comments in this thing. And like, do people just not listen to us? People are just so fucking dumb sometimes. I feel like we were pretty easy to follow in that conversation. It kind of makes me want to talk about it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, it does. Well, yeah, because, like, so for
it.
instance, like, in the beginning, people are like, it's obvious our superheroes, blah, blah, blah. If you watch The Boys for season 1, there was, like, the 7. They were, like, the big dick dudes, and it seemed like most of the show was going to revolve around that. And then
that was a big deal.
It felt like, yeah, every single one was a big deal. It felt like, I don't even know if in season 2, I think we start to learn that there are like other heroes, kind of, right? Or maybe we learned a little bit in season 1, but in season 2 becomes a big deal because like the Comigo girl and finding out about like Compound V and all that shit. And then in season 3, and I could go back, maybe we should go back and count them up. It feels like in season 3, the number of heroes exploded. In season 1, it was like there's the 7 and maybe a few more. In season 2, it's like, oh wow, okay, they are making heroes. Like in lots of places, bad guys have heroes. And then in season 3, it's like, oh, like every other motherfucker on the street might be a superhero. Who the fuck knows? It's so commonplace that some superheroes are literally in poverty.
There is a thing, and I fucking can't remember what it was. I think it's like people say it's like lazy screenwriting or something like that. When you have a thing and it's like anything can just be taken away by like a little bit of magic, and like someone says, I hate that.
I think it's referred to as Deus Ex Machina. Basically, like there's always like a new plot device you can introduce to like up the stakes or to get rid of like past mistakes or shit.
Yeah, like there's no like real like substance here. So like one of the things I was saying that I don't like about The Boys is it feels like there's a never-ending amount of heroes, and people are like, oh well, they corporatized it. Like that wasn't the feeling I got when I watched the first season. The feeling that I got is that there was a very small subset of heroes that were out there that were very powerful, and now like.
They corporatize it though, right? We believe.
Yeah, I understand that, but like these people, I don't know. It just seems very. I don't. It takes away a lot of the emphasis of what's happening, in my opinion. What other issues? Like people were trying to say, like, oh, dude, Dan, the reason that Mesmerizer is so down bad is he got caught doing insider trading. Oh yeah, I guess that's it for his life. The guy that can fucking read minds. Yep. I guess the only option for the fucking mind reader is to do Comic-Con events and get paid $2,000. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that, but thanks, man. I forgot that he got that insider trading chart. Well, that's it for him. No other job opportunities, no other possible things that he can do to be like literally one of the most powerful people on the fucking planet. Yep, you're right.
Base, bro.
No, it's just stupid. A lot of shit like that. Like that guy, that would be a more likely person to have on the 7. Right? And also, I don't understand, like, some superheroes are, like, invincible. Like, you can, like, it seems like, at the start, can you shoot, do you know if you can shoot A-Train? Is he bulletproof?
I don't know.
I don't know either, right? And it's weird that you don't know. Now, Maeve, you can shoot, I think, right? You can shoot Maeve?
I don't know. She blocks the bullets with her hands, but then again, so does, like, Superman sometimes, so.
So, what about the Deep? Is he bulletproof?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's like, this is the shit that's fucked. Like, people are like, no, yeah, dude, you're so dumb. No, he's not. It's like, it does not make sense. And then there's superheroes. It's like, you wouldn't expect, like, this hero to be bulletproof because his power is, like, having a fucking big dick or something. And then he is. Mm-hmm. And it just... You know what I think? I think this show is just for fucking unbelievably stupid people. And that's why you guys fucking love this show fucking much. That's what it is. It's just you guys, you are the Dunning-Kruger people. You are so fucking dumb. You think you're that smart, and you think this is a show for intellectuals. But actually, it's a show for fucking morons. And you're like, Dan, he's a superhero. Hello, some of them can fly. Duh. You know, just fuck it. Fuck it, forget it. Stupid show. Stupid, you know what, I'll say this. A shitty ending for the 3rd season as well. It's so shit, I just don't even care. All right? It wasn't good. Yeah. I wish there was more shows that we could argue about that you've seen. What else have you seen? Give me a list of shows.
Oh.
Let's piss some more people off.
There. Hold
Hello?
on. What other shows are there?
That you're watching or that you have watched.
I don't have time to watch any shows, Dan. That's the
Okay.
reality of it. Why? What about you, Dan? What else?
Hold
are you
on.
watching?
I feel like let me piss off some more people. Watch the first episode of the new season of Westworld, and I said, "Yep, this show is done," and I fucking don't care about watching the rest of it. That solves that problem very clearly, right there. Just like, oh, great, this show is not exciting anymore. What else? I have to see Severance. People say it's good, but yeah, I haven't had the time to do it yet.
Which show?
Severance.
Oh, you keep mentioning that. You mentioned that one yesterday.
Yeah. Severance, and I think the one that you're gonna probably like The Bear more than Severance, and like I already know why, because it's like some off the cuff hipster show that not a lot of people know about, hasn't got a lot of press, but apparently it's got like 10 out of 10 from all these fucking liberals. You're gonna love it, whatever it is. Bring up the best moment of Oz to hype up Destiny. The best moment, well, certainly the most memorable moment, is that there's this guy, and he shits on a guy's face. It on not your tempo guy's face. He gets a shit on his face. That's what you're
Why?
missing out on.
Why would he do that?
He just, the crazy kids. What are you gonna say? They're in a prison. All right. Oh, hold on.
Hi. How are you doing?
Keep hating your life then, working class Andy.
I'm doing all right.
How are you?
So what's the deal with your car? When are you gonna sell it?
I don't know.
It's a buyer's market for cars right now, and you are missing out on the opportunity.
Wait, is it a buyer's market? Isn't it a seller's market?
It's a seller's market for cars right now, and you are missing out on the opportunity as a seller of a car. That car is not cool anymore. It's like fucking 20 years old now. It's time. Why don't you get a new car? You ever thought about that?
No. Should I?
What year is yours?
2017.
Ooh, 17. People born then can vote by now. That's old. How much did you pay for this piece of shit?
My car is like $40,000. It's a cute car. Fuck you. I like my car. Don't be jelly.
I'm not jealous of your
You
Ford
sound-
Focus.
RS.
It's like when you get the Toyota Camry and you have the VTEC label. It's like, hold on, it's not a Camry. It's a Camry VTEC. Or whatever the fuck it is. But why not get like a fucking R8 or a Lambo or something like that? You make money to do it now.
Why can't I lay it down anymore? Why not get a Lambo? Oh, I don't know. Cause I you're in adventure mode? Survival mode. Okay. That's a good question. I need to learn. I need to do track day. I need to learn how to drive a rear-wheel drive car. That's the first thing I need to do before I get any of that shit. I could probably load on my RS. You just set it to track mode or whatever, but then I'm getting the Corvette, baby.
Corvette.
Yeah.
What about a Porsche? That's like the driver's car. You know, every bro who like is all into heritage racing and all shit ends up with like a air-cooled 911 from the fucking, was it the 70s or the 80s or something?
It would probably be that because a lot of people like Porsches. A lot of them drive pretty well. They're pretty unique. It would. I'd probably end up with some kind of Porsche, maybe. Yeah.
I think that is the one that people like the most. It's the, I don't know how they do it. I guess it literally is air-cooled. There is no,
What do you mean by air cooled?
I mean, it's literally air-cooled. There is no...
Every
I
car
guess
has
there's-
air going through it. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean air cooled?
Let me see if I can find a better definition of it. Let's see. What's a good example?
Do something!
So it means no radiator, no water pump.
Fuck, what the fuck does the water pump even do in a car? I just realized I have no fucking idea.
It circulates the water through the top of the block to cool it down.
It really
And
cools
through-
itself
through-
with water? An engine does?
Yeah. And then it goes through the radiator to cool itself down as you're driving. So the radiator gets rid of a lot of heat and pumps colder water onto the engine to cool it down. Coolant. I mean, the coolant is actually, you don't need coolant. Actually, I wonder, you do need coolant because it raises the boiling temperature.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I feel like
And
wouldn't
then-
water boil off like really
No,
fast?
yeah. So you need coolant because it raises the boiling
point.
temperature, and then it also lowers the freezing point as well. It's amazing.
Because I know like for antifreeze in a car, usually you need like, or the liquid needs a lower freezing point than what water would naturally do. Have you thought about any new cars lately? Oh, I think it's about to become a buyer's market for cars, actually. Fuck. So I
Is
think
it
I missed
really?
a chance because apparently repos on cars are like going up dramatically.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Mhm.
Well, that's what they say, but it's always like we think repos will go up or something.
Oh, I thought it was that repos were actually going up.
I gotta, I've been looking at precious metals, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Without looking at it right now, I want you to make a guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking what the price of gold, silver, metal. And don't you look at Chad either. I want you to say, do you think it's higher or lower than 5 years ago for those metals? And if so, by how much?
Price of gold. I don't even know if gold and silver are correlated. They do weird things. I feel like I've looked at precious metals before. They just look weird. If I had to guess, I'd say gold is lower, but I don't know by how much. I have no idea.
If I can find the graph. I was looking at it the other day. Shit memory. The Alzheimer's is kicking in early. Let's see. All right, gold price 30 years, 5 years ago. Well, we'll do 5 years actually. So 5 years, gold is higher. So it was at 1,200 and now it's at 1,700.
Wow.
But it hasn't. What's surprising is that kind of since the COVID shit, you would expect that with all of the inflation and everything else, that millions of people would run to gold. The long-term statistic best holder of value against inflation. And it's going the opposite direction now.
Yeah, that's why it's always hard to tell because like when people talk about gold and shit, they always talk about that hedge against inflation bullshit or whatever, but sometimes it feels like a tracks market, other times it doesn't. I don't know how to, like, precious metals do like weird things.
Yeah, it's very strange.
We've moved over to Bitcoin now, Dan.
It is interesting, man. Would you ever invest in Bitcoin again?
I bought like 13K in it, I think, a while ago. Kind of. I cashed out remember my casino winnings.
Oh, you bought Bitcoin?
Yeah, I guess I tried because I cashed it out in Bitcoin. So,
How much Bitcoin do you have right now, though?
what's the name of the website again?
Which one? Coinbase? Is that
Yeah,
where it
that
is?
one, Coinbase.
Yeah.
Abin Preach made a video. I don't know why you keep linking this. Do you want me to watch a video covering the same combo that I already covered? Why would I do that? Bitcoin. Probably a little less than half a Bitcoin, I think. The fuck do I see? Assets. I have 0.3976, so 0.4 Bitcoin.
At what point, let's say you woke up today and Bitcoin was X price. At what point would that be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to drop 100K into this?
The problem is if it ever got so low that I was confident enough that I'd drop 100K into it, it's probably so low that I actually don't know if it'd be coming back.
Okay,
might
so
be the end.
is there no answer of, so you're saying that you would never invest into Bitcoin if you woke up one day and looked at the price?
I don't think so.
So you're not a believer, basically.
No. There
For what
might be
it's worth,
some long-term crypto thing, but I don't think it'll be Bitcoin.
I'm not a believer in it either, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think the days of it, the wild west of it,
Mhm.
are coming to an end. And once that's the case, like, people have this belief that, like, cryptocurrency can't be stopped, and it can be stopped legislatively. All you have to do is make it so they can't turn it into dollars legally, and that's the end
True.
of, Coinbase and all these other exchanges. And if you can't get it into dollars, the value of it is going to plummet, right? It's not nearly as interesting to all these people if they can't pay their rent with it, or they can't become a millionaire with it. That's just, that's the truth. How much longer do you think we have to put up with NFT bullshit?
I have no fucking idea. It seems like it's still exploding upwards, right? With that crypto.com site and everything. Aren't people still like jerking off over it constantly?
I don't know. I just still see people talk about it. You have GameStop launching their NFT platform
That marketplace.
2 days ago. You know how much they made off of that in profit yesterday?
Fucked. Was it like $20,000 or something?
No,
or was
it was like $5,000.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I heard like on their launch they made like around or less than 6 figures or something. So it's like probably basically dead in the water now. Because like that's gonna be your biggest hype weekend, right?
Yeah, it's just. I think it's good if they get rid of crypto. I know it sounds like people are like gonna fucking lose their shit. There's just so many rug pulls. There's so many like
I feel like
people
we
losing everything.
missed an era, Dan.
Like what? Us being able to like have our own DGG coin or
Yeah,
something?
just like make an easy like $5 million. That's
Yeah.
probably like the easiest money a lot of those people have ever made in their lives.
It just I more so I don't feel bad for like the DGGer who's like lives, breathes, and dies this shit, and he's investing and selling and has bots set up. I don't care. That person knows what they're doing. What I care about is when they're like they get their grandma buying a fucking NFT, or getting their fucking uncle to put his life savings into fucking Dogecoin or Shiba Inu coin. It seems like there has to be someone at the fucking government that is like stopping this shit from happening. This is like a massive, complete like pilfering of wealth from like the poorest people in the country to benefit, unironically, just the people who happen to be first at crypto stuff.
I mean, I don't know how many old people were actually sinking their money into it, just because like entering those markets was like prohibitively complicated. But I'm sure there were at least a few.
It would be interesting to know of like a daily sales. Now I'm expecting that the vast majority, so like if you look at yesterday's total sales of, I guess, people buying crypto with dollars, I have to imagine that like of that amount, I would say like 90% of that are people that with a net worth under 100K. That would be my thought. Now, I'm not saying of total trades. I'm saying of people that actually had dollars at the start of the day, and then they bought crypto. Okay, I'm not talking about people who have like a Coinbase account or a Bitfinex account, and then they're like trading back and forth constantly with bots and shit like that. That's not what I mean. I mean people who took money from their bank account and deposited it into an exchange to buy crypto. You think that I'm wrong with that type of take there?
No, it's probably a majority like poor people trying to get rich, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's like to me. That's like the real indication of how fucked things are. Like not like it's easy to say like, oh, dude, no, it's just all bots and algorithmic traders and like whales that are doing it. Like, sure, that might be the case in volume, but as far as like real, actual dollars in bank accounts going to exchanges to buy coins, I have to feel like that's majority going to be just people that aren't, professional investors.
Yeah, that'll be one for the history books. And then it's also spawned a whole generation of like leeches like looking for the next big thing. Like
Did
what's
we
the
have
next
that-
like digital scam or whatever.
Did we have this before crypto? This level of, trying to invest in random shit before it's big? I mean, I guess you kind of did with like what, penny stocks and things like that? And
Yeah,
Forex
penny
as well?
Maybe. Forex is probably the best thing I can think of, where people talk about like trading currencies, and these guys are like on the cutting edge of like making millions of dollars doing foreign exchange trades.
The one thing that I like about cryptocurrency, and I think why there needs to be a kind of a centralized version around it, the best feature of it is that it becomes a no refund coin. And I think there's a lot of value to that. I think anywhere online, this doesn't exist. If someone buys a product, like you can do a chargeback, that person's credit card was stolen, and then you'll claw back the money from the seller. I think one of the most valuable things of crypto is that you as a seller, if you sell something, you know at the end of the day that you are getting paid. Okay, now I'm not saying you can't have a middleman for the end user, where if they get hacked, the middleman is like an insurance and sends the money back to them. But I do feel like that is a huge benefit if you're a seller of items that could be like a high chargeback, like maybe like virtual goods or things along those lines where you have a lot of fraud. Gambling would be a great example of that. Like people who like want to go and buy gambling shit, but it's like high risk. You lose your money, you do a chargeback. I think the fact that it exists, that there's a mechanism where that seller.
Well,
knows
that's true. I
100%.
bet you could just do this mechanism with normal credit cards.
How?
Like
No,
you just
never.
like you have a deal with some credit. Yeah, because you actually you can't always charge back. You know that you don't.
can't.
You can't.
Well, sure. I would say you can't for. No, you can't.
Or I'm
You
saying
can-
I'm saying like you can
can.
always request a chargeback, but it's not always guaranteed to go through.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But
So like I'm willing to bet there are some orgs that might have deals with vendors with Visa or whatever who it's like you don't charge back unless there's like more documentation or some kind of shit provided. Because I have seen
Well, no,
people lose chargebacks before, so it's not like
no, you can lose chargebacks, but that's simply not true. At the end of the day, if I steal your credit card physically
Mm-hmm.
and then I buy something and I charge back, I will win. That's it. 100%.
Wait, what do you wait? Say that again. If you
So
still
let's say if I go to your house right now,
Yeah.
and I take your credit card while you're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
and then I walk into a store and buy something, and it wasn't you, you're going to win that chargeback. Or for instance,
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that
take
is-
if I take your credit card number, okay, and then I buy something online.
Yeah, I understand what you're
gamble at a
saying.
casino.
I don't think that's true, but maybe. Like you can always initiate a chargeback, but I think there will be times where like they'll ask
Oh,
for
it's
further
certainly-
documentation and shit, and you could like lose some of those. Like I don't think you always win those.
Well, sure, you can certainly lose a chargeback.
Well, that's all
I
I'm
would
saying.
say, well, no, you can lose a chargeback like if the issuing agency feels like you did buy the product. Absolutely.
Sure,
But
yeah.
but it, when you're talking about online things, that becomes immensely hard to prove, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm using a VPN to buy your shit because it is stolen, you want to make sure that you as a seller still get it, right? So I don't know. I still feel like there's a need for a product like that. But anyways, yeah, that's the only real use. And then I guess for buying illegal shit, it's good too. But I've never, gotten to experience that yet. So
You never
have
buy
you ever
anything.
have you ever bought anything from the dark web before?
No, I wanted to, because I was gonna start buying drugs off it, but it's so much easier to just buy secondhand. It's like so much work to set it up correctly.
Is there a lot of extra fines if you buy drugs and they ship it in the mail?
I don't know if they ever check drugs, if they check mail for drugs. I'm not sure. And if they do, I don't know if they can charge you for it. But I truly don't know.
I feel like I've seen something where people get charged if they sign for something. Like if I send you a package and then you like open it or you sign for it, that means that you've accepted that this is your package. And it doesn't make sense to me. Like you could fucking send me anything and it'd be like, sign here. I'd fucking sign that shit. Package for me? Yeah, I'm signing. What is it? I don't remember buying anything. Like it seems like the weakest sauce way to do it, but I guess people have literally gotten busted for that just because they sign. It's like,
oh, huh. Damn. Did you know that airport dogs don't smell for like weed and shit?
yeah, for bombs.
I'd always heard that. When I got back from my last trip, I unpacked all my shit in my suitcase, and I realized that I'd had weed in my suitcase for I don't even know how long. So that's definitely true. I now know from firsthand experience they must not sniff for drugs because there were a lot of dogs in some of the airports I went through.
Yeah.
We must have federally legalized weed in our lifetime, right? It's got to be there.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen, like if you know what's actually interesting, Biden's fucked right now. Let's talk politics. You, who knows a little bit more than me, but not much more, honestly, right? We just know different things. That said, you're Biden right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're an advisor to Biden, and he's going to listen to what we're going to say. We have to come up with ideas. We got to raise his approval rating amongst the Dems.
Mm-hmm.
What are the ideas that we're throwing out here that we can probably get done?
Whew. It's a good question. It feels like right now the big thing is the economy, and there's not really too much the president himself can do about it.
What about legalizing weed, unironically? How would that...
I
How do you
think
think that's going to affect our ratings?
it feels like it could only go up. I feel like it's such an uncontroversial thing for most of Americans at this point. That's what it feels like, but I could be wrong.
The problem is, Mr. Biden, is that a lot of our campaign donors are actually on the prison reform, and they've said that they want to keep marijuana illegal because they're going to have to get rid of 100,000 jobs if we legalize it.
For what? 100,000? But all the jobs created in new like marijuana places would probably...
That would never fucking outdo all, because we're going to have to, of course. Well, actually, I would say you don't have to pardon all people in jail for marijuana crimes, but you kind of do.
Yeah, you got
well, no,
it.
you do, but you don't. You do, but you don't. They're in jail not because they smoked weed. They're in jail because they broke a law.
No, I know, but like I think it actually, where's peace go? It might even actually be like a law in the books or like a Constitution of the United States thing where if you like make a previous law, like if you undo it, don't you have to undo the punishments for that?
So, okay, so let's talk about what happens. First off, I don't think there can be that many people in jail for what we would determine to be legalized. So obviously we're not going to legalize wholesale, like fucking Jimbo can go and sell fucking 10 pounds of weed out of the back of his car. That's not going to happen. That will still be illegal. What will be legal is the possession of a certain amount of marijuana to have, right? So let's say under half pound or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there can't be that many people that are actually in jail for a marijuana charge.
Maybe.
Like
Also, hold on. If we legalize marijuana, it's got to be for everything. You can have 30 pounds of marijuana on you.
No, you're wrong.
Why? I'm
What do you
so
mean?
tired of like you can have this much on you, but if you're selling it, it's illegal.
You're saying that you want to support industry and support jobs, and then also want to do it. It's not that it's illegal. It's only illegal in the way that like you can't have Xanax, but a pharmacist can. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like there's going to be dispensaries, there's going to be cultivists of marijuana, but that's not you.
Wait, hold on. If you're talking
Okay.
about that, then you're not talking about weed legalization. You're just talking about
I am.
you're talking about like medical weed.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Because the only
I'm
issue
not.
with Xanax, a normal person can have Xanax because it's a medical thing. It's like a schedule whatever drug. I don't want that. I don't want that weed legalization. I want it just to be fully legal.
Well, no, that you don't want that.
Why not?
Because you want to support industry and regulations and things along those lines that make it so any 18-year-old can go into a store and buy it. But those regulations in those stipulations of in buying the permit to go and have a grow facility, that's what creates the jobs. That's what creates the money there. If
Are there people
anyone-
that like get fucked because like does the alcohol industry get fucked because a guy can drive around with a fuck ton of liquor or whatever?
You can't drive around with a fuck ton of liquor. See, this is how naive you are. It is illegal
Is
to go and just make alcohol and sell it. Yes,
Wait, no. But
it
if
is.
I have like 50 bottles of fucking Jaeger or some shit in my car, will I get in trouble for that?
Is it for sale or for you?
Well, I don't know. If it's when we're talking marijuana, a certain amount over a certain amount is just automatically considered for distribution.
I guess if they had good cause to assume that you were a liquor dealer, then yeah, you could get in trouble for it. Absolutely.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Right? Like, same thing with anything, right? You have to have licenses to do certain things, and if you do those things unlicensed, the only question is if it's a criminal penalty or a civil penalty.
Wait, what?
What?
I thought civil. Well, I don't know anything about anything.
Okay,
really.
it's like a
I
civil
thought a
penalty
civil.
would-
I thought a civil penalty just
like
means,
a traffic ticket versus going
Wait,
to
yeah,
jail.
that's not civil. Traffic is criminal, though, right?
Okay.
Civil penalty just means I think another person can sue you for it, but like the state won't take action for it. I think, right?
No, it means if they're to me when I say criminal versus civil, I mean is there the potential of jail time as a result of it? Like a traffic ticket, or for instance, like getting a parking ticket is not a criminal offense, but you have to pay that.
I thought
Would
it was
you
a
agree with
criminal
that?
infraction. I thought it was. I don't know.
You think it's a criminal offense when you get a parking ticket?
Yeah. Whereas, like, if I break a contract with you, that's not illegal. That's a civil offense. You have to sue me for that. I thought.
Well, that is civil, but that's it's civil also. Like you're entering into contract with the state.
Wait, what? When I sign a contract with you?
No, it is civil. When we have a dispute,
Yeah.
you're not going to jail if you're wrong, right? But if you have a parking ticket, that is not a criminal thing. It's
It
not.
is though. You can go to jail
It's
for
not.
that, right?
I don't think you can. I think
If
there
I-
are
if
offenses
I
that
have,
you literally can never go to jail for it.
If I get a ticket or something like that, and then I fail to pay that fine in an allotted amount of time, don't they issue a bench warrant for me to come to fucking court? And then eventually, if I keep ignoring everything, they can like arrest me?
Okay, civil traffic tickets versus criminal traffic tickets.
Okay, what is
Okay,
civil
and
versus
no,
criminal
no,
offense?
no.
Okay, we're arguing
An
like it's the
infraction-
90s. We can just look it up. Let's check it. Okay. Civil
No, 'cause
cases
you're
usually
gonna
involve
find
private disputes between persons or organizations. Criminal cases involve an action that's considered to be harmful to society as a whole. Yes. So like a criminal thing is that like if I do it, basically if the state can bring action against you, that's a
keep
criminal
reading.
offense.
No, that is not correct because there's also civil offenses that you can have that involve the state.
Can you give me an example of one? I don't know. Just tell me.
Any person who has committed a traffic infraction across Florida is given a citation.
Uh-huh.
This directs you to respond by appearing in court. You
Yeah.
may be able to avoid court by mailing a check or paying a fine online.
Yeah.
An infraction is not a criminal charge, even though it may have fines and costs associated with it.
It's not a criminal charge. What is it then? If the state is bringing action against you, it's not civil, no?
Okay, so someone is saying the New York Attorney General, and this is someone in chat, so whatever is investigating Trump for civil causes right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, mm-hmm? That's the state. You don't get to say, mm-hmm. That's wrong. You lose.
Hold on,
Good
I
day,
just
sir. You
people
lost.
sometimes people do that to me, and I've seen it at work. But no, like if it could it be the case that he's not like the state isn't bringing action against him because he broke like some criminal offense, but because he broke a contract with the state. Like so, for instance, let's say that I have an agreement with the state of Nebraska that I'll pay them some money for something, and I break that agreement. Nebraska could bring a lawsuit against me, but it would be a civil case. It wouldn't be a criminal one because I'm not like breaking a law. I just broke like an agreement, right? Uh-oh, that's right.
Are you
Dan.
trying to say what I'm fucking saying? And
No!
then make it seem like your idea?
We're talking about different
Yes,
things.
I agree that the state can have civil agreements with his people there.
Yeah, but
you
you're
don't
not-
get to say, hey, Dan, can the state actually have civil agreements with his people that live there? Yeah, I think they can. Huh,
Yeah, but the
that's
thing
weird.
is
You're wrong.
I don't
No,
think
you're wrong.
No. I don't think that. I thought a speeding ticket. How is that a civil? How is it a
Not
civil
a
matter? I
speeding-
thought it was
like
criminal.
A speeding ticket
Is
could
speeding
be criminal.
ticket criminal or civil? Let's
It
check.
depends how much if you go 40 over, then it becomes criminal. Shit like that. It's okay. Just let's
I'm
move
just.
on
It's
now.
just confusing terminology.
Think about it like, can you go to jail from this or not? That's how I view civil versus criminal. The way you want to think about it is civil is like people and corporations suing each other, and criminal is like the federal government coming in to fuck you.
No,
But that's
hold
not,
on. That's not even close to true. States are the ones that do most criminal cases, not the federal government.
I didn't say anything. I said how people think about it. Okay, are you trying to fuck with me on purpose? I'm saying that's how you think about it.
I'm just saying, you mentioned
That's
the
not
federal
how you-
government. Federal government has nothing to do with criminal. Like, states can bring criminal charges.
Okay.
Okay,
This is
where
like
were
a
we?
really
Just-
okay. Yeah, let's just move on. Okay.
No. What were you talking? Okay. Oh, so marijuana. Okay. So I think I agree with you. Maybe we can legalize marijuana without having individual citizens like having a fuck ton of marijuana. That should be reserved for like businesses with licenses, right?
It's like basically imagine that the chemicals inside of Xanax were literally illegal. Like
Yeah,
no
I
one can have
understand.
it at all.
Sure.
And now we say, sure, it's legal. Anyone can buy it, just like you can buy soda at the store, alcohol at a fucking
Mm-hmm.
dealer. But you have to get a license to go and sell it. You have to be licensed to grow it.
Mm-hmm.
All like the same thing. Like I think that's how they should be able to, that they should do it.
True. I think that would be an okay model, Dan. I agree with you.
Good. It took a while to get there, but we made it.
We did get there, Dan. Sometimes getting there in the end is all that matters.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go
Darvin.
Uh-oh.
I don't normally call someone out in chat.
Uh-oh.
But he said Destiny, it sounds like he's talking about felony versus misdemeanor. I just don't know what to say to people like you. You know what? I'm going to let you sit there and think that you were right. Good job, Darvin. You're right. I may have been talking about that, Darvin. You're some kind of wizard. Anyways, yeah, I do. So, okay, what we were really talking about was Biden and getting his approval rating up. So I think
True. So where were we at on that? So he needs
Okay.
to change all civil penalties to criminal, or was that?
no, the other way around.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just kidding.
So we're gonna make
So we're Biden. We're trying to get our
consumption
approval.
and possession of marijuana up to a half-pound legal
Base.
for all citizens, and we're going to pardon everyone that is in jail specifically.
Okay. Never mind.
for
Fuck, Mr. President.
No.
We can't do this. I'm so sorry.
No, only for possession.
We can't
of
even do
5
that.
Not if they have sales, we can do it.
I think here's the issue. I think here's the scary thing. Okay.
Okay, you know what we can do? We're going to say that we're going to work on pardoning them, but we're not.
Yeah,
gonna
there. Okay, yeah, there we go with a path
Boom.
towards pardoning them, and then
Headshot.
we'll put that off towards after the midterms. Because here's what I'm worried about, Dan. Are you ready? This is what I'm worried about. We pardon all the nonviolent drug offenders. Those motherfuckers need to be under CIA 24/7 watch. Because if even one of those guys walks out and
no,
murders
no,
or rapes somebody, we're fucked. They're gonna
Let me
say
tell
that
you,
we
Mr.
put criminals
Bonnell-
back on the street and we're fucked.
Mr. Bonnell, let me tell you what we're going to do.
What are we gonna do about that?
We're going to
Go
say
ahead.
that this is going to be a multi-year process, and we're going to make it right for the elections.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
We're going to all those people that are in jail, all of their bleeding heart family members are going to be pulling for us, and we're going to say, we're going to be able to do this right after this is done, and boom,
exactly.
right after it's done, either we lose and it becomes the Republicans' problem, putting them in a death trap, or we win, and who cares? We can't run in 4 years anyways. It's literally a win-win. Okay.
Nice. That
Boom,
was the
we got
that
going.
was the Trump strategy. Remember, there were
Yeah.
was it he wanted to forgive, I think, taxes that were paid by people under a certain income amount, but he made it so that you had to pay it all back, like
he didn't get
the
elected.
day after his election or something. Yeah, it was like super fucking crazy.
So what else can we do to bring Biden up? So we got marijuana legalization. That should be done and done. What else can we do where things are at? What type of... so, to me-
times. I don't know.
So here's the thing to me. To me, right now, the number one thing on most people's minds, the common American, is gas prices. This is something that I think we can actually have some sort of benefit on. The problem is that through our executive orders, we only have so much power. How do you... What do you feel about some sort of executive action compelling all suppliers in the United States to produce output or something through the what was the thing we did in COVID where we made companies produce shit?
PPP kind of. You gave paychecks to people even if they.
No, not that one. There was a
I don't know if we did any compulsory shit like that. Like you have to produce a certain amount of shit.
no, we did.
Did we really?
The Defense Production Act. That's what we used.
Huh.
I think. How do you feel about turning that up for suppliers in the United States? And maybe can we remove some? I hate to do it because I know us Democrats are all about the environment. How about we get rid of some of this goddamn restrictions for saving the planet to produce more oil here? What's going to have an immediate impact?
The
That's
issue
what
is
wanna
I
know.
don't know, like, in the grand scheme of things, how much like those EPA regulators or anything like affect stuff. Like it might be the case that they have some effect, but maybe it's only like fucking like 1% of prices. Like let's say we get rid of all the EPA regulations, maybe gas goes from $4.50 a gallon to like $4.35 a gallon, you know? And then it's
No,
like,
we got to do more than that.
Yeah,
So
I know.
much-
That's what I'm saying. That maybe those aren't like the best routes to go.
So what can we do to lower gas prices?
I don't know what the president can do to lower gas prices. I have no idea.
How much gas do we export?
The problem is like when it comes to importing and exporting gas, it's a little complicated because sometimes you're talking about like people would get really mad that we were exporting gas when Americans needed gas, but it's like sometimes we export like unfinished petroleum products and then other people do the refining, or sometimes we export like raw shit, or we import like refined stuff or whatever. So it's kind of complicated. Gas is hard. I don't even know why. I don't know if anybody knows why gas prices are going up and down. People were making fun of Biden because he tweeted out that like gas companies need to lower gas prices, and like every fucking macro econ was like saying how retarded it was, and then gas prices have fallen like every single day since then. So I don't think anybody knows what the fuck is happening about anything. So I don't know, dude.
All right, what else can we do then outside of gas? We can't do gas. What can we do?
Federal minimum wage bump a little bit.
Nah.
I don't think
Nah,
that would help.
That toxic. No, that's not going to help.
Here's
That's
one
gonna
of the
cripple
biggest
business
problems.
owners.
Here's something that I'm not actually sure. I don't know. I need to start reading more on this. I don't know. I don't actually know. This is the biggest mindfuck of them all, okay? I don't actually know if the economy is going bad. I don't know if that's the case. Like,
I 100% believe. I
know the
can't say how much I
perception
agree
exists.
with you.
But the perception exists. But the thing is that like wages are increasing. Unemployment is like below it, like insane levels. A lot of people made a lot of money from UI and everything during the COVID stuff. I know that we're a little bit past that now. Right now we have like worker shortages everywhere because there's like not enough workers to go around. I don't know what the CPI is rising for sure, although people argue over what goods and services or what goods should be indexed for the CPI. There was an article that I read by, I don't remember who, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even sure 100% if the economy is going bad. I don't know.
Okay.
So maybe
Back
the
on
important thing is
topic.
like fixing the impression.
What do normies care about?
Well, normies care about what people on the radio tell them about sometimes. Like you can give the perception that the economy's doing good or bad just based on what your favorite like radio host is saying.
Sure. But do they really care about the economy? What's going to get us our approval? Up. That's what I care about. And not with like far left or far right. We only care about the centrists. How do we do it?
We need more COVID restrictions, Dan.
No, that's not going to do it.
Okay, hold on. For everybody in chat, you're being data nerds. 9.1 inflation, wages increased 3. It's a net loss. So the way that inflation is tracked, okay, there's not like a one like measure like, oh, this is how everything is inflated through society. Like those costs are distributed in a lot of different ways across a lot of different sectors. Like just because inflation might be some percentage for some quarter, that doesn't mean that you're feeling that 100%. You might feel it more, you might feel it less, depending upon how you spend your money. It depends.
Oh, I remember I wanted to say something. Yesterday or the day before, you were looking at an article, and it's like, it was going over, like, here's the deal. Like, this neighborhood in Brooklyn in 2000, or sorry, in like 1950, the average wage was X and the house cost Y. Now the average wage is Z, and, you know, it doesn't, everyone just decided the shit was worth more. Like, that's okay to have that be the case.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what happened. Like, even though the wages have stayed the same, the shit there is worth more. So... that's pretty obvious.
Okay.
Okay. Normies. What do they care about? Girlfriends. They want girlfriends, Steve. A lot of them. They want them, and they can't get them. What can we, Joe Biden, do to help that happen?
I don't know, Dan. Not too sure about that one.
State-owned Tinder apparatus.
Yeah, is that what we're gonna do? Socialize Tinder?
Where you have to have
You force everybody to have a Tinder account?
A mandated profile. Yes.
Yeah, that's something you could do.
Okay.
Maybe
The
Biden
thing
needs to
that's-
go like snowboarding or something. He needs to be cool again. Maybe that's what he needs to do.
He needs to kill a terrorist. Who can we kill?
Oh, Trump already got Soleimani.
Who? No one. He didn't have the brand recognition of Obama.
Yeah,
Or sorry,
no.
of
Oh,
Osama.
Bin Laden, yeah.
Who can we? Who
What
can
if we
get?
assassinated Putin? That would be a wild.
No, that's wait. That would be way too dangerous.
Yeah.
First off, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it would be.
Who are the biggest living terrorists? We could get Coney. He's kind of old news now, but he's still out there. There was the YouTube segment about him. Let's get him. He's out there running around the jungle. I'm sure.
The
we know
one
where
thing,
he's at.
I don't know if this has been done or not. I don't know if it would make a difference, but that like okaying. I thought that all new drilling permits were gotten rid of for like federal lands or something. Maybe undoing that would be good. But
The thing is, you undo it, but then mandate that they have to refine it and sell the gasoline here in the United States. That's the only way they can do it. Like, you have to put some restriction on that. I feel like they wouldn't do that. And that they can't curb their existing or change any future output that they would do as a result of it.
Maybe. Yeah.
But they're so sneaky, these oil companies. They'll just, like, figure a way around it. It doesn't matter. What else? Trains? Whoever said trains, look inside yourself and know that nobody cares about trains. No one. The only people that care about trains are far leftists. That's it. Okay. Trains and libraries. Two things. You know what? Get rid of all the libraries. Huge savings that we can have there.
I feel like we probably don't spend that much money on libraries. But...
This is a joke, but it's like, the most people say, like, what are the most, like, organized, protective militant group online? What would you say the answer to that is?
VTubers.
No, it's not VTubers. It's librarians. Librarians are, like the strongest #1 boss on the fucking internet. Do not go against
What? I don't think that's true. The answer is probably journalists.
No. It is librarians, and you're wrong.
Okay. Pretty sure it's journalists, but all right.
Okay. Why aren't we legalizing weed? There has to be something we're missing out on.
If I had to guess, it might unironically be the criminal thing that I mentioned. Like, I think this has happened in Omaha a couple times. I feel like I remember this, where like any time, I know I heard this happen in Omaha once, probably fucking 10 years ago, when people were like running for mayor and shit. Anytime you do anything that involves freeing people from prison, people are looking like a fucking hawk at any possible crimes or anything those people commit afterwards. And if anybody does anything, it's your fault. You basically are like...
So why not literally our solution then of basically legalizing weed up to a half pound, creating a huge amount of industry about it, and then you can have 100% also of that profit going towards whatever the fuck we want it to.
Because people don't look at the dollars. They'll just look at like some story of like a raped or murdered kid, and then you're done so. One of the things you have to be like super careful of too is when you're running for, well, this is for mayorship, not presidential again, but like your emergency services are like your lifeblood for those local elections too. Like how the fire department feels about you, how the police.
No, I agree. So how do we handle this? So we want to legalize marijuana, and we want to supersede all states that have already legalized marijuana as well. That's what we're going to do there. So fuck them. We're going to have a federal tax on marijuana now, and I think we can do that, right? Is there federal taxes on any other products? Is gas federally taxed or state taxed?
It's got to be a state tax, no?
Is there any federally taxed things that we consume?
People are saying both.
Okay, good. So we're going to have a federal tax on marijuana. And then we're also going to... Can the federal government dictate the ways that states do things at all? I don't actually know that much about that. Like, can the federal government say, like, any state that... I guess you can dictate through...
Yeah, they do, like, really weird shit. Like, you know how, like, alcohol is done, right?
Well, I think they, like, dictate by saying, like, listen, you can do whatever you want, but if you don't do this, say goodbye to your grant money or something along those lines, right?
That's what I just said, right? Or do you know why every state has alcohol as 21?
No.
That's not a federal thing. It's a... if you want funding for your highways... you have to have a 21 age to drink alcohol. And I think every state but one, I think, is it like Montana doesn't care? But if any other state wants federal funding for their highways, they have to have that 21 age. And that's how they kind of like got every state to do it.
Okay. So... yeah, I mean, it seems like a good plan. We legalize reefer, and we basically say that 100% of the tax for this, what do we want it to go towards? What's going to get us reelected? That's all that we care about. We don't care about helping kids. We don't care about anything except getting ourselves reelected. What's going to help us?
Gas prices.
we can't say we're gonna go towards lower. It won't be enough to lower the
Yeah,
gas.
lower
What
gas.
else?
Maybe it will. Who the fuck knows?
100% of the profits will go towards killing pedophiles.
Jesus Christ.
Think about that though, right? Like 100% of the profit will go towards catching pedophiles. Like how can anyone fight against that? You literally can't. Who's going to be the Republican that's going to stand up and say, I'm against the anti-pedophile action force? Like it's a catch-22. Like they're fucked, right?
I don't know if it works that way, Dan.
What would you do? Would you be the one?
Would you be
Republican
against
that-
the anti-pedophile
No.
bill? Yeah.
No,
true.
I would not. Absolutely not. I'll be like, you know what? These Democrats, they they certainly know what they're doing. They got a good one this one time.
In a meme way, they kind of did that with the Patriot Act, right? Do you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know the Patriot Act stands for something, right?
Yeah, it does. It's like it's like the most like yeah.
Protecting
I do.
America against so yeah, there's like a whole
Terrorists.
thing. Yeah.
How much of a boost do you think Biden would get if today, or let's say he made it so that states could regulate it however they wanted to, at least because you can only really control it federally. So I guess can states make things illegal that are legal federally?
Can a
They
state
can,
make
right?
something illegal that's federally legal?
Or not restricted, right? Like it's legal to clap your hands or to buy an apple. Can a state say we're restricting that? If you do that, you go to jail. Because this is like buying an apple.
I have no idea.
I have to feel like they can do that, is my assumption.
I truly I don't know. Where's Pisco at? He's like the guy that you should be asking these questions about.
Listen, he's just a regular old lawyer that's dealing with like, Joe Blow Corporation didn't get their laundry machines fixed in time from, the Carrier Corporation, and now he has to go and do contract. He doesn't know shit
Yeah.
about this, guaranteed, and he would lie if he did.
Obama.
$249,000 parlay cash.
I
What
wish
is
I
that?
knew what
Obama.
any of this meant. So he wagered
Parlay 10
$1,000.
pick. Oh, he had to. Does this mean that you have like basically you make 10 bets and if all of them come through, you win your ticket or something?
Obama.
Yeah, it has to because it's
Yeah.
250 to 1.
Yeah. So he wagered $1,000 and won 250 grand. Nice.
Obama.
Oh, isn't a parlay what they did at the end of
Obama.
what they did at the end of the one movie, not Good Time. Oh my God. Uncut Gems.
Obama.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember the movie?
Oh man, I don't remember that scene. I guess that means we can't comment on it at all.
Obama.
Fuck.
Wait, you don't remember the ending of the movie of
I don't.
Uncut
I don't
Gems?
remember. I don't remember what type of bet it was. No, I don't know if it was a parlay bet.
It must. Well, because wasn't the hype that they were watching
Obama.
every single time she kept scratching things off the ticket as they happened?
I don't remember.
Okay. Uh-oh, Dan.
What? Can I not remember this thing? Is
You
that
can't
okay?
remember. Apparently, you can't. So, yeah, I think maybe that one guy was right, Dan. I don't know.
Obama.
You think this is funny?
Do you?
No. No.
Obama. Obama.
Wait, who did somebody just give it a ton of subs? I think I missed it. Fuck.
Obama.
Robert Biden doing something with student loans? No, those people don't vote. That's why it's the
Yeah,
most
for
worthless
sure.
demographic to ever waste political capital on.
So the thing is, people that smoke pot also don't vote, but their family members might
Yeah.
potentially. Rage Pope saying get rid of Social Security. Why?
That
Bro,
sounds like
I'd pay-
literally the worst possible idea you could
I'd pay into
ever
that
have.
shit so long. You think I'm not getting my money out?
And
bro?
you're negatively impacting like literally your largest voter base and like everything. Like,
God, Rage Pope, you're so fucking stupid. All right, stick to crypto. God. Why does this guy think he's like it has the ability? You notice that about Rage Pope specifically? He thinks he has the ability to like pipe up in all caps about anything that anyone talks about ever. Like we're supposed to listen to him. You don't know shit, bro. Stay there in your fucking office dealing with how to trade the 1 Bitcoin into the 10 Ether or whatever it is. Leave the expert political science to me.
base down moment.
Now, what would do it? You know what? We have to go to a sales tax based system. No more income tax at all. Only sales tax. That's it.
The Dan idea.
That is so perfect. And at the end of the year, everyone in the United States gets a check back for whatever the average amount an average person would spend in sales tax for that year, right? So let's say the average year you or an average poor person would spend 10,000 that year.
Didn't say
in,
Simon Says.
Sales tax.
Yeah.
Everyone at the end of the year, everyone gets $10,000 check. Every single person.
Wow.
And the idea being, right? You tax everything, not just like the shit that's taxed today. You want to buy some stock? Taxed. You want to go to an attorney? Taxed. You want to pay rent? Taxed. It's all taxed. Everything is taxed on the purchase, but not the sale. You can sell shit whenever you want, tax free. Think about it. What's the advantage of it? All these people that have fuck tons of money and they get away with like giving themselves fucking loans and not selling the stock and paying no fucking tax as a result of it. All of that shit. Now, whenever they buy a Lambo, they're paying tax. Whenever they buy a new house, they're paying tax. Whenever they're spending fucking $1 million at the club, they're paying tax. No way you can get out of it because you can't buy shit without paying tax anymore. Yeah. Buy a company, you're getting taxed on it. Boom.
That's it, Dan. You solved
I've
the economy.
literally. You wait until this becomes the new tax system. Everyone's gonna be like, you know what?
We should have
Dan
done this a
called it.
long time ago.
Not quite the same exact system as Dan proposed, but
Close
damn
enough. Yeah.
They're paying tax. Can you find the fault with my system?
Too lazy to think about econ right now, but I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why it wouldn't work.
Why the rebate? The rebate is so all the bleeding heart lefties don't complain about how this is a regressive tax that affects the poor people most. Because now they pay zero tax at all. Because at the end of the year, you get 100% of your tax fucking back.
Jake Gallens. Thanks for the 20 gifted subs, my dude.
Senpai noticed you. Mission accomplished. Money well spent, if you ask me.
Did you see that TikTok bikini show off thing or whatever?
No. You can send that to me, though. I'll take a look-see.
Hold on, I'll bring it up on stream, okay? I'm sorry. Show me your bikini body. Wait, is this one person or is this all sorts of different people? I don't want to be bullying just one person. What do you think, Dan?
I think that those are different people, quite obviously.
Yeah.
I think that, you know,
Obama.
fine.
Wait, not safe for work on stream. Wait, was anything here not safe for work or is Brandon getting banned?
It's time to pull it up on stream and check.
Obama.
I don't think there's any nude shit here. It's TikTok.
You know, I've
Obama.
seen, are these TikToks, like, there'll be chicks, they'll be doing something, and then they bounce, and then they lose a piece of clothing? Is that not TikTok? I've heard of these things.
No,
Obama.
that's porn sites.
Oh, curious. Okay, well,
Obama. Obama. Obama.
I think we need more. We need more orbiters, Dan. How do I build out more orbiters?
step one.
Obama.
Make it so that my new orbiter friends aren't going to be fucking Nazis, would be my first requirement, okay?
Okay.
I don't want to
Oh,
hang out
You're gonna
with,
start
like...
out being picky. Okay.
Obama.
Yeah, I am. I don't want to hang out with some of those people that might want to be in your orbit. So,
Obama.
I'm going to say it. It can't be women, okay? Because you're just a little...
Okay, Dan. What else? All right. Now we're cutting out almost everybody. Okay. No
Obama.
Nazis and no women.
Well, I mean, it just gets rid of one woman that I could think of.
Are
so
you?
far.
What? How target do you mean? Do you want to do no blondes next, or it seems like you're getting a little personal with this?
no,
Dan,
no
but
blondes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No flare enthusiasts.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, or?
All right. Realistically speaking, if we want new people in here, the problem is I'm very picky. You know, that's really where it is. I'm very, very picky. You are too. You know, you just either you make it or you kind of go into the shadow realm after a little bit. So, I don't have a good answer for you, but I'm gonna think on it.
Is there an easy way to like teleport to people near me, or see people on the map?
You know who I would take for sure? I don't know this person, minus like talking to them like once or twice on your stream. Can we get the poke balls guy? Can we make that happen? I would love to hang out with that guy.
Why?
He just seems so fucking funny and cool.
Does he though, down?
Hold on one second. All right, I gotta go cook burgers for the fam. I gotta use my griddle that I got. Any excuse I can to use it, but now I've been ordered that I have to go do it. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Have a great day, DGG. I might be on later. You're talking to someone soon in an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I give you some? Well, you just want to play Minecraft. You don't want to do a fun task, huh?
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, chat. Bye.
Have fun,
Bye.
babe.